I don't know if I'm late.
How is everyone today?
Good.
Fabulous.
No
Has
Geordie?
no Geordie tonight. Has every single person here watched Stranger Things yet?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Guys, you two down here. Come on now.
Am I down the bottom in yours?
Yeah, you and Jake are at the bottom.
Uh, I'm top
That's
left.
just
Right.
disappointing to hear, to be honest.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
look, I'm a
slacking on
busy lady.
those.
Sorry,
A busy lady.
I'm a busy man. I find time to watch it. To be fair, I stay up till fucking 11 o'clock at night watching it. That's why.
Yeah, Josh, I think you go to bed after me, and I'm fucking 3 hours ahead of you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy.
impressive.
I
Looking
like
lean
to
there in
get
the
up.
face, bro.
Yeah, actually, my face actually does look kind of lean. I just thought that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like staying up late because it's nice and quiet.
Mm. What
When
time
do
do you
you,
get up?
what time do I get up?
Yeah.
6.
Mm.
It's hard to like if I was in Perth, I'd be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's literally impossible here.
Yeah.
So,
There's no point in Melbourne. Nothing
Yeah.
is open until 7 anyway.
No,
What do you mean?
true. It's true.
Nothing is open until 7.
It's a lie. You're living in the wrong place, Josh.
What do you mean?
Like the wrong area.
Um, non-negotiable to be near the coast.
Fair.
but Josh, when you're in prep, will you go to bed early?
Yeah, I'll tend to like I won't. I'll probably stay up till like 9:30.
Yeah.
I won't go to bed any later than that.
And
Yeah, your face looks way leaner now. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it actually does kind of hang.
Definitely.
what
Definitely
about my face? I've been dieting for a day and a half.
shredded.
I got to be a trim, so that's probably why my face just looks smaller anyway.
Mm.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that we've watched, has anyone watched that stupid documentary
Which one?
No.
that I watched last night?
The Diddy one?
Um, the Generation Iron Olympia. What is it?
The break is it Breaking Olympia?
No. What is it called? Maybe it is called Breaking Olympia. I
What
don't
Was
know.
what
it
did you watch it on?
Prime?
Prime.
Oh, okay.
I don't even have Prime.
To be honest, it's not even worth watching.
Is it really? Hey, because they hype that up a lot.
Look, for it to have taken a year to release post the 60th Olympia,
Yeah,
for I was expecting a bit more than what it was. Um, and they can come for me all they like. I've studied film, I worked in film, I've worked in television. I reckon like I said to you guys, I reckon people at TAFE could have done a better job.
really. Hey,
Yeah.
that's pretty rough. But as soon as I saw that it was by, because I was hyped for it when they announced it last year, and then as soon as I saw that it was by the guys that made Generation Iron, I was like, this is going to be so bad.
Yeah. Where like they featured the New York Pro from not this year but the year before. So literally I'm in it, MZ's in it, Tony's in it, you see Corey in it, um, Ethan's in the Olympia stuff. So like it's like kind of like a oh, wonder who I can spot from last year's Olympia.
Me and Tyler were talking about it on the phone on Tuesday, and he was like, I reckon out of anyone, you'll be able to see me because I'll be the tallest. You'll be able to see him out of everyone.
And
So
you couldn't see him.
he's like, I'm
But
going to scan and see if I can find myself.
no, yeah, it's interesting to see. I thought they were gonna go into like the production side of it a bit more, but well, not really. Like stuff they were saying was like, oh, that they spend a year getting ready for the Olympia and then they start over for the next one. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's a huge event. Of course, it's gonna take you a year to plan it.
Yeah.
And then, but what I did find interesting, was, and that I didn't know, was that the year that they took it to Orlando due to COVID, Jake Woods actually got COVID about a month out and
Mhm.
had a heart attack.
Oh, wow. Really?
So he was in his house alone trying to recover from a heart attack and COVID at the same
God
time.
damn. That's
Yeah.
fucked.
So that was kind of interesting to find out and obviously like just kind of like was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nothing crazy happened. Like I thought they would have focused a bit more on the athletes
I
and
was gonna
stuff.
ask. I was gonna ask. Do they focus on any specific athletes?
Just obviously, Derek Hardy and then Samson
Hmm.
and then Seabum
Yeah.
a little bit. And then that's it, really.
Wow.
Laura Lee. Yeah.
I've got to
But
say, there's probably been no good bodybuilding movies since Pumping Iron.
nah.
Even Pumping Iron, I feel is a little bit outdated.
Oh, of course. But it's only good because it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the good thing about Pumping Iron is it's literally all bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just like
agree.
an Arnold's life.
The first generation Iron wasn't too bad, but even then, it was still like a fabricated story.
Yeah,
Everyone hated Phil because of that movie.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and all of
Oh,
the bodybuilding related movies are
yeah.
always shit too.
Do you know, like, I think that, did you guys all watch the Phil Heath one?
That was okay.
I didn't watch
I
that.
like that way better than this one.
It was
Like,
okay because it was made by Universal, so it felt like a proper documentary.
yeah.
Or the Lee Priest one, I haven't watched that yet. Is that good?
Sorry, Gary, I haven't watched it yet.
I forgot Gary made that. Hey,
Yeah.
that's on
Um,
Prime as well.
the Phil Heath one, Universal was just the like distributor.
Yeah,
$7
$7 Productions,
bucks,
The
yeah.
Rock's company.
The Rock, yeah. But you know, I'm looking forward to the CBUM one, the standard when it finally comes out. I don't know when, but like,
Yeah, but that will be good. That actually will be good because it'll be a proper documentary.
yeah, but it'll also be done really well as well because
Yeah,
Mark Bone's like awesome.
yeah.
That
Oh,
was
do you remember that? What was it called? Was it called Magazine Dreams that came out? I never watched that because I love Jonathan Majors, but I read like the synopsis of that movie and I like refused to watch it.
Did you watch it, Jake?
No, I didn't
Oh,
watch
have
it.
you seen it?
No.
no, but it's supposed to be like super depressing, hey?
It is. I watched it on the plane and I was like, well, I feel shit now.
Right? It paints bodybuilders so bad from what I read. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm not
Yeah.
fucking watching this shit.
It paint it yeah,
Which
it
is
does.
really disappointing considering someone like Breon's in that movie as well.
Yeah. Well, like so he is the main character, right? And it's literally all about his
Jonathan Major. Yeah.
yeah, like he he's quite simple.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a good like it's kind of painted bodybuilders as dumb,
Yeah.
yeah.
but majority of bodybuilders these days is like super smart and like have degrees and like study and all that kind of stuff. And I just like I felt a bit offended for the bodybuilding world when I was watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's done like he does a great job at acting the role.
He's a great actor.
He is. He
He's,
is.
he's a very, very good actor.
But yeah, it
How's
was
your prep going, Josh?
yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
man.
us
It's
about
been
them.
good. It's been pretty cruisy. I don't really have any complaints. I'm like, what, 17 and a half weeks out now? Um, just trying to get shredded. My weight hasn't really moved much, but the look is definitely improving, which is quite cool. I sent Nate some pictures before. Um, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like a lot of body parts have definitely come up. Like I think my arms will stay around, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah.
My chest is still shit, but that's all right. My back is like obviously still one of my best body parts, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how that looks when I'm shredded as well. But I think everything that I wanted to come up has come up, and I just think I've put on a lot of size overall. Like last prep in the condition that I am now, I was probably like 97, 98 kilos, and I
Yeah.
was 103.9 today.
Yeah. Perfect.
So things are moving quite nicely. I'm really interested to see how things just continue to move because my weight hasn't really moved much over the last 3 weeks. Um, but the look has obviously changed. So yeah.
Has anything changed over the last 3 weeks? Like food
Yeah,
side
we
of things?
dro yeah, we dropped food. Was it this? No, it wasn't this check-in. It was the last check-in. So I don't know, what's that, 10 days ago or something?
Yeah.
I'm down to like 3.7, and then cardio is an hour and a half a week. So
Steps, what are your steps at?
12K.
Yeah.
Easy shit.
Pretty fucking easy.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Like the body's very responsive, and which we'd obviously expect it to be at this point.
Mm.
Um, Yeah, I'm kind of just intrigued. Like I said to Scotty the other day, like it felt weird because usually at this point, like as soon as I start prep, I'm so like gun ho, you know what I mean? I'm so like in it, but I just feel so chill. Like I just feel like this is just fucking whatever. And I just feel like I'm just ticking the boxes every single day. I feel like training is really fucking easy. Like in terms of like progression is just coming quick, really easy. It's fun. And I'm just not really thinking about food or anything, you know.
Mm.
Which is good. And I feel like I don't really know how to explain it, but he explained it in the way. And look, I'll know that will come, but the way he explained it was like you're not really kind of like holding that like mental burden right now that you tend to hold later in prep, of just being in prep and how hard it is. So it was quite nice. It's just been quite nice to just be fucking cruisy right now. Like I'm like, oh fuck, I'm 17 weeks out.
Do you think that spending so much time away and out of routine is, and now getting back into routine, do you think that's kind of giving you a bit of a, not a second win, but a bit of a boost?
Yeah, probably. Like, I definitely think so. Like, I was definitely hanging to get back into routine. And then, especially when we got back from the US and we were home for 5 days and then we were away again, I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go away again. But then, so coming back, I was like, oh, sick. Like, we're not going anywhere now. You know, like, I can just get into it and get into normality somewhat.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
yeah, I was definitely looking forward to it.
When you say it's 17 weeks out, I don't feel like that's long.
It's not long at all.
Mm.
It's not. It's really good. And it'll fly by as well.
Yeah.
I like had a look the other day. I was like, how many days is that? It was like how many days until the Melbourne show, which is not even the first show, it's the second show, or second week, it's the third show. It's like 125 days or something. It's fuck all.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you put it like that, it's really not much at all. Like,
Yeah.
Shit, we better get organized then.
yeah. So super exciting. Oh, on that, I like Jake, so what's the go?
Yeah. Yeah, Jake,
I
what's the go?
I know what the go is, but I want you to tell everyone what the go is. Or Tom obviously knows, but Nate doesn't know.
Well, we haven't fully decided, so I don't know if you do know.
You guys need to like stop putting the tip in and put it all in.
Well,
Well,
I said to Jake, he's got 6 weeks to
Yeah.
come to a conclusion. Like this,
Okay.
we don't need to rush making a final decision. Either way we choose to go, it doesn't really change what we do over the next 6 weeks.
No.
But yeah, Jake, you can
Yeah.
fill him in.
Yeah, I mean, just keep trying to grow, I guess, right now, for the next 6-ish weeks until like mid-January, then kind of make a decision whether to do opens for season A and just come in at like 105 and then do the international shows after that in classic or potentially still open, but just have more time to diet down and try different approaches to make weight, I guess. But yeah, if not, then I'll just continue to do season C. But yeah, nothing set in stone just yet. But
it is such a like interesting position that you're in though, because
it's really weird. Hey?
not a lot of people can do what you've got the option to do. You know, like to be able to like do season A and just dump in bodybuilding, you'll still be very very conditioned. Like at 105, you'll be fucking ready. You know.
Yeah.
So it'd be really interesting to see because then you're just qualified for the whole year. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
much.
And, yeah, I was looking at all the shows. There are an absolute fuck ton of
Yeah.
pro qualifiers.
Yeah.
So, with Jake being in a position where he can afford to travel overseas and just pick certain shows that pique his interest, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think the main consideration would be, are we satisfied with how much size we put on? Like, there's no point just stopping the growth phase early if we're not satisfied. I believe we will be, and I think if we can get him on stage for bodybuilding in like a 4 week out condition, he would probably still be the leanest up there, if not the leanest, one of the leanest for sure. It wouldn't look like a guest posing or anything like that. He'd still look fucking good.
Yeah, to be competitive.
Oh, he'd be highly competitive for sure. And then yeah, it's just about picking shows really. I know that Josh, you've spoken about potentially the Canada show. There's shows in Italy, Spain, Poland, India, United Arab Emirates. You've got fucking India. There's like
Poland, yeah.
10 to 15 pro qualifier opportunities there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting either way you want to look at it, really.
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah. It should be fun. It should be fun. I just have to kind of I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna go in open. I feel like it'll be interesting because I know I have to suck down so much more for classic, and it definitely sacrifices the look. I think I look better, a little bit heavier.
But like I think that stop eating shit. I think that from a I don't know, I think from a bodybuilding standpoint, I think that what would you be? You'd be super heavies, wouldn't you? Is that what
Yeah.
over 100 kilos? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think you'd beat a lot of people. Like seeing you in the gym the other day, and posing afterwards. And actually, it makes me laugh. I would love your thoughts on this as well, because people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't post gym pictures in the gym after a pump." I'm like, "Well, you're stepping on stage with a fucking pump.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Mm.
full as fuck and stepping on stage with a pump. It doesn't fucking matter, all right?" So I saw you after the gym with a pump, like posing. You're very fucking big. Do you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
that I think that people are under potentially underestimating how big you actually are right now and at the weight that you are, and obviously coming down a couple of kilos will only better the look, really. I think you'd beat a lot of people that I think people think you probably wouldn't beat.
Yeah, what a lot of people
I'm
forget
not
when it
going to
comes
throw
to
out names, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget that Jake's most recent season was done off the back of just one really solid off season. So he is going to lose a lot of that new tissue.
yeah,
He's going to have much more mature muscle next time. So even when he does eventually jump into classic, he's not going to be getting down to the same numbers that he was last prep, where I think he bottomed out at like 96. Like he was comfortably under the cap. He's going to be coming into peak week at like 102 kilos
Yeah.
and just dehydrating to make the weight. That's a very different look. That's
Yeah.
fucking 5.5 kilos of tissue, really, hopefully.
Yeah.
I had a very interesting consult yesterday with Dean about my client Alex, who's 25 kilos above his classic weight cap at 16 weeks out.
he's not that.
That's gonna be so
What the
he's
heck?
gonna make weight. He
What's his last
huge.
name?
Gentile.
Gentile. Yeah, Gentile. He's
Okay,
fucking
yeah, I know the
massive.
one.
He's
I know
Yeah,
the
so
one.
thick boy.
so I kind of said to Alex today, and he's checking. I was like, "This is almost definitely going to be your last season in Classic, unless you turn pro, of course." But for me, I said to Dean, I said selfishly, like I don't really want to push him out of Classic for this season because I want to see what we can do in terms of how to, squeeze an athlete down that much. And we kind of came to the conclusion that as long as he's coming into peak week at like 96, 5 kilos, 4.5 kilos above his weight cap, we can get him down. And then if you reverse engineer that backwards, it's like, as long as he's like 105, 106 or like 8 weeks out, it'll be pretty crazy. But I know in the grand scheme of things, like just saying 25 kilos in 16 weeks, like it sounds ridiculous, but it'll be done. It can be done for sure. It's just about, how much does that sacrifice the look at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Especially from him, man. He's not fat at all.
No, he's already got lines in his glutes from the side.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a big boy for sure.
That'll be very interesting.
Should be fun for sure.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what it does look like. He'll be shredded.
Yeah.
Fucking peeled out.
Well,
And
Well-
so, Jake, if you decide to do season 8, is the goal definitely to do an overseas pro qualifier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly just so I'm qualified for the rest of the year to kind of just do whatever I want,
Yeah.
which I think would be wicked. I could, yeah, just decide on a show to do. If I want to go do Amateur Olympia at the end of the year, I
Yeah.
can do that without having to stress about doing nationals because I have
Yeah.
some clients doing season C as well. So it would just be easier for me not to have to worry about peaking for that and then peaking again for the amateur. But
Yeah.
hopefully pro before then, so that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
It's cool for Australia too. Like, yes, it'd be dope if we all competed in the Australian shows, but just representing Australia overseas is pretty cool. And I think you've seen that over the last like 2 to 3 years that people have come, they're coming around to the idea of competing abroad and, putting Australia in a good light. So
Yeah.
It's a fucking awesome experience wherever you go. I mean, I've only been to America overseas to compete. It's definitely worth it. Josh has been elsewhere. Tom has been elsewhere. I would imagine they would all say it's definitely worth it if you're competing to do an international show.
I haven't done a show, but I've seen it all, obviously,
Mhm.
especially a lot of this like in the last few months. So yeah, it's very worth it. I will actually say though, I honestly like this is I don't just kind of thinking about what you said, the camaraderie that you have in Australia and that athletes have in Australia backstage. I will tell you right now, it is like Australia is the best place for it. Like people that compete here have no idea how good that they've got it backstage with like the people that talk to you and people that help out and all that kind of stuff. Like Overseas, it is not like that at all. And you, if you do an overseas show, you will see that. I've seen that from someone who's not even competing. It is very, very much everyone for themselves.
But,
Yeah.
but do you think? But don't you think that's just because we already know everybody?
I
Like,
mean, potentially. I mean, look, I know that Maya and Jake have obviously said different about America. America's a little bit different. I think somewhere like the Amateur Olympia in Vegas, there's a lot of people from everywhere kind of coming and doing that show. So it's not like it's purely Americans or whatever. Uh,
mm,
but I've noticed that in the other countries that everyone just kind of, but they don't even keep in groups like an Australian show. Like everyone would kind of know each other. Like everyone just kind of sticks to themselves.
mm.
And it just seems very like standoffish almost, you know.
I know it's difficult to get access to like backstage and that sort of stuff in a lot of these shows, which makes things a little difficult.
For the Bahamas show, I had to renew my NPC membership, which I don't have to do this year because I'm not fucking competing. I had to renew my NPC membership, which is what, 300 Australian dollars, and then pay what was that, 150 bucks for a fucking
Yeah.
backstage pass.
That, that's exactly what Hannah had to do. So Hannah had to buy an NPC membership for Legion
Yeah,
and then pay the extra to get backstage. At Oklahoma, they were super chill. Like she just got back there for free. So
yeah.
it does depend on the show and who's running it. But I mean, from my limited experience, because I've only done the 3 shows, I thought it was pretty fucking awesome because, like, yeah, everybody got along. And sometimes it's a little bit tricky with the big shows. Like with Legion, there was like 10 or 11 guys. So like we were all just chatting like just a group of mates would, but Oklahoma was fucking huge. So there was like a few, like 3 or 4 separate groups of guys just chatting, and Alabama was kind of the same. But yeah, I think if you're looking at some of those pro qualifiers like fucking the Bahamas, where all of the athletes are coming from fucking everywhere, nobody knows anybody. It's
Yeah.
always going to be a little bit standoffish.
It was I wouldn't say that. There was a few overseas people, but it was mainly, I would say it was probably mainly people from Florida because it was so easy to get over that from them.
Mm.
I think backstage at like the amateur Olympias and stuff like that, because there's so many different countries coming in, people normally just stay with their country. Like
Yeah.
there was a group of like Middle Eastern guys near us, us group of Australian guys, a group of guys from Japan or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone just kind of stayed in their group that they came over with. And you would talk to a couple different people backstage, but it was a lot of the time people are staying to themselves
Yeah.
until you kind of get in line. Then everyone starts talking.
Yeah.
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 If anyone's watching this and they're wondering what pro qualifiers they can go do, you can go on the NPC Worldwide website and it has like the
Okay.
list of like all the pro qualifiers, and the ones that you can't do any that are listed as a national pro qualifier that's not in Australia, or a regional pro qualifier that's not in Australia. So you can do any other pro qualifier that you like, as long as you're qualified with the regional rule of participating within the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is for anyone who's looking at this. This is this year's one. Obviously next year's. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this is this year's one. Oh, what's happening here? That is this year's one when it decides to reload. But that just literally shows every single show across the year, so you can go do that. Like
Yeah.
you do your regional show, and then you can just travel wherever you want. It's not
Yeah.
like
And for those that are wondering, because we do get these questions, and I know Josh, this has been something that you've asked me before, just to clarify, can somebody says, can I go do the Amateur Arnold in Ohio? And that's in the first weekend of March. Yes, you can, but you had to have competed this year, technically, 2025. So the 2026 Amateur Olympia, Amateur Olympia is like technically the cutoff qualifier.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay.
Excluding the Arnold, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
so
loading up. I'll share it. So yeah, this is legit. Like the run of shows. Obviously, it's going to tell you whether it's a pro qualifier, a regional, a natural regional, or a natural pro qualifier as well. And it's literally this is all across the year. So I'm sure you could probably filter this somehow to be.
So, Nay, just
yeah,
another question.
yeah.
Sorry, Josh.
You're right.
Can you go back to? Oh, can you reopen that?
Yeah.
Can you go back to the first few shows there, like the ones in Feb. So I
Yep.
saw that there was a pro qualifier in like Kuwait and Japan in February. Technically, no Australians can enter those shows, hey?
Um, so it's a gray area, right? So it actually says in the rules that if there is no regional qualifier before that date, if you have participated in a regional qualifier and a pro qualifier for the 2025 year, you would qualify to do that. But they will check that, and there will be like obviously a record against your name. It just means like, so what it would mean is that, say for instance, we'll use Jayke as an example. He did season C, he did a pro qualifier, he also went overseas and did a pro qualifier. He came home, he decided, oh, I'm just going to kind of taper off and then go back into prep, and then goes and does the Kuwait pro qualifier because he's technically qualified from participating this year. But what would happen though is if he decided to do season A pro qualifier, he would still have to regionally qualify. So he can't just walk into the pro qualifier.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
still have to be regionally pro qualified, like
Yeah.
regionally qualified to do the pro qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So technically that's how you are qualified.
Yeah.
So say for somebody like Josh didn't end up doing nationals last year or this year in season A.
Last year.
Also, he didn't compete this like in 2025, but if he did season A and did his Sydney show and then chose not to do the pro qualifier, he's not qualified.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's just like it's hard to understand unless you like and are literally looking at how it's laid out on the rules, but the breakdown is that that's how you participate. And say for somebody like Jayke, that if he decided that he wanted to do the amateur Arnold in the first weekend of March and he was ready for it, he could go do it.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
An Arnold would be sick.
Yeah. Real would be cool show, dude.
An Arnold would be sick, but there's only one pro card.
No,
Yeah,
getting invited to the Arnold would be sick.
Yeah, but if you win the pro card at the Arnold, you get invited back next year.
It's automatic qualification. Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
So
Imagine how crazy that would be.
who believes the hype of Sam Solik's gonna win?
He's gonna fucking win.
Well, that's what I was about to ask. Is he doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No shot.
He has the physique where I'm like, I didn't think he was going to look as good as what he did on stage as what he did. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to win, but he might hold his own. He might do all right.
Who knows?
I was there, and I don't think he should have won.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not a judge, but
Title of this episode is Nay thinks Sam Solik is shit.
Yeah, put Sam Solik in the bio will get heaps abused. Title.
He wouldn't give a fuck anyway.
No. I don't know. He's got a good rig on him, but yeah, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna do any big damage.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've basically started prep. That's the way that I'm looking at it at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're doing a 6-week cut, and then so that'll take me through to January, like mid to late January, and then we're gonna do like a 8-week growth phase.
Yeah.
And then I'll get back from Vietnam in March, and I'll be like 11 weeks out. So yeah, the plan is to basically pull off like 8 kilos in the next 6 weeks. So it should be fun. So we went and pulled my calories by like 1,000. We went from like 43 to 40. 43.
You're gonna look nuts in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my first like obviously low day yesterday, and I was like, "Damn it, I'm only 400 grams down. I'm expecting things to move very."
Did you feel it? Did you notice it?
Yeah, I did feel pretty fucking hungry, to be honest. Like nothing.
A lot of
crazy.
cows, yeah.
Yeah, very hungry for sure, which is good. And then I was training legs this morning, and I went a bit hypo, so that wasn't fun.
No.
But yeah, I still want to make sure I'm making progress over the next 6 weeks. Like that to me is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw away all these gains. So
yeah,
no, it should be good fun.
Yeah.
So what shows that make you doing then?
So at the moment, I really want to do Legion again. I don't think I'm going to do it because the dates are just going to be a little bit too soon. But I keep, Legion posted up that shot of me and Andy from last year, and it got me all hyped. So probably not Legion. Probably going to start at Oklahoma and then do Alabama again because it's a week later, and then 1 week after Alabama is Indy. So 13th, 21st, I think, and then 27th from memory.
Nice.
Like that's kind of what we're looking at the moment, and we'll see what happens after Indy if I need to do more shows. It'll depend, like if I don't get the points needed to kind of put me in the hat or like close-ish, then I'll probably just pack it up and try and do some shows after the next Olympia and just try and pick shows in like October, November, December for the following Olympia. But if I'm close, there's still more shows that haven't yet been released either, so I'm going to keep an eye out for those.
There's heaps that haven't been out.
Yeah, there's heaps. So if I need to do like, I don't know, a show in Asia or another 2 shows, I'll do it. I wouldn't really want to have to do more than 5 because the way I look at it is if I'm not good enough to qualify after 3 to 4 shows, then just show hopping and doing, all the shows in the world, like it's just for the sake of getting the Olympic qualification. Like I really want to fucking win a show to make that jump,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair.
they got the Chicago Pro on the July 17th.
I think I saw that one as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. If I'm really close and Indy is not far from Chicago, so I could hang out there maybe.
When's that Toronto amateur show? Well, the Toronto Pro as well. Isn't that Gold Classic as well?
The 13th.
Yeah, that's the same week as Oklahoma, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, last year everyone thought that Toronto would be the big show and Oklahoma would be the small show, but it turned out the opposite. So
Yeah, Toronto had like fucking 8 guys.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. But I imagine the way that the sport's growing, the division's growing, it's every year the numbers are going to get a little bit greater. And obviously the qualification rules as well make it pretty interesting. I think there's going to be I don't think there's many shows with less than 15 people next year.
It'd be a fucking dogfight, man. Every single show is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It's going to be fun.
Cream rises to the top either way.
That's it.
Yeah. That's
Good.
true.
Well on your way there, Tommy boy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how you go next year. And it's interesting as well, because if I hope this doesn't happen, but if you get like second at 3 shows again, you're probably qualified.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to be in that top 25 people of qualifying. If you come second at 3 shows, you're probably qualified.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I have a feeling that wouldn't be enough to qualify because
I think at that time of year it would be because it's not like it's now, you know what I mean? And then people are going to add and push that out. I think you're close to the cutoff. You're within 3 months of the cutoff there. I think there's a pretty good chance that you'd be kind of like you'd hold that.
Here's an interesting theory for you. Imagine if I'm qualified, like let's say I finish second place 3 times in a row, and I'm looking like I'm going to qualify, right? And you're looking at the shows coming up, and there's 8 shows left, and I'm in the middle, and I'm like, cool, I'll probably qualify. And then, a few more people in that list start moving up, and then fucking a week before the Olympia, someone else starts moving out. Can you imagine that? You're prepping for the Olympia, and then you get knocked out on points in the last week.
It'd be so filthy, hey?
It could definitely happen.
That's why you gotta go for that one.
At that point, you'd want to jump into the last show just to fucking cement it, eh? Just to kind of kick the door in. Just to be sure that you're qualified.
It makes it interesting because that you're 100% right. It will happen to somebody, and they're going to be in that situation thinking, fuck, if I don't do this last show, someone else is probably going to knock me out. So I have to do this last show. Yeah. And it's a week or 2 weeks before the Olympia, what's moving your prep forward 2 weeks is probably not.
And at this stage, it looks like it's Florida Pro, which is the September the 5th, then San Antonio Pro is the weekend before.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Even the shows that Ethan won this year, that was what was it? Where was the Atlantic Coast show?
It's that's 5 weeks after the Olympia fight. Yeah. 4 or 5 weeks.
November, yeah.
So those shows are kind of interesting as well, just from a timeline perspective.
I'll show you your thing that you put up 2 days ago.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Crazy. Even
I
Spencer
actually
told
look.
me when I saw
I
him on
don't.
Tuesday. He was like, "Fuck, I saw Tom's post the other day. He looks crazy."
Yeah, I don't usually look at myself and think, "Fuck, that's pretty impressive." But I was actually quite impressed with this one. Yeah.
I can't believe how much your back density has come up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it fucking sticks.
Yeah. Even your quad detail in the off season is like fucking unreal.
Tom, can I ask you a question?
No.
Do you what sort of gut protocols do you have in place? Because like obviously you're like still like super freaking shreds through there and being able to like vacuum and stuff like that. Like,
Mm.
do you have like a specific gut protocol or do you just like take real good care of yourself in the off season?
I wish I could give you something really helpful, but I can't. Um, what I have started well, I can't say I've started implementing it because I've been doing it for like fucking 3 years now.
Yeah,
Is I'm always doing some form of like fermented veg. So I'm usually alternating between kimchi, mostly kimchi or sauerkraut. So I'm
yeah,
getting the natural probiotics in, and there's always like a small portion of Greek yogurt, like Chobani Greek yogurt or something like that, in the meal plan, and that's been there for a while. I ate a lot of fruit and veg, um, and I remember specifically when I initially hired Dean and he gave me the meal plan. It was quite a lot of fruit and veg, like it was a lot more than what I was used to, and it initially had a negative impact on my gut.
oh yeah,
So going from one extreme to another is never good. But if you're really low on fruit and veg, and then you want to start, like because a lot of people will eat really low volume food in the off season and then really high volume food in prep, and it fucks with their stomach. So you want to try and keep like a similar number of fruit and veg in your off season as what you would do in prep. But I don't really subscribe to this whole like eat low volume to keep your waist small idea. I feel like that's kind of bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have been doing I have been doing this off season like a lot of BPC as well, but not the oral BPC. So I don't know how effective it's going to be for gut health.
yeah,
But yeah, it just as well like always posing. Like
yeah,
don't
vacuums and stuff.
don't ever take a week where you haven't done your handful of vacuums, because the best way to get good at a vacuum isn't by fucking like laying on the floor doing vacuum practice. Just actually fucking hit a vacuum in a pose.
Yeah.
If you can do a vacuum, like obviously if you need to learn how to do a vacuum, then you might need to do some of those things. But if you know how to hit a vacuum, hit it after meals, before meals. Like I think that's one thing I'm good at is holding a vacuum even after I've eaten like 150 carb meal.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah. That's something that I prioritize myself to do as well.
Yeah, not just letting your stomach hang, especially in an off season, like yeah, eating a lot of food, you do get kind of bloated. Just
Mm,
keeping your core tight at all times. Whenever you're sitting there, like keep your core engaged. Don't just let it fucking slouch and hang ever. Or when you're standing, stand with good posture and let your stomach be tight. Don't let that shit hang. I
Yeah.
feel like that is a big thing, especially in a prolonged period of off season.
yep.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Also, I hate when people. I'm making a reel on this, by the way. I thought of this today. I hate when people complain about bodybuilding ruining their gut when it's just them eating like fat cunts and making stupid fucking decisions. It's like it's true, and they're like, "Oh, bodybuilding ruined my gut." No, you ruined your gut because you ate like a fucking idiot. Like you ate shit food, and then you expected your stomach to feel great all the fucking time. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, you're doing this to yourself. Like these people are doing this to yourself. Fuck, we've all been there. We've all eaten shit food just to try and get calories in. Fucking guilty of it in my earlier days. I know all of us were. Like it's just like, but you grow and you get like grow up. You know what I mean? Like fucking eat
Yeah.
adult food and eat like an adult. And especially if you want to do bodybuilding, as and have a future in it, you need to eat real food and you need to eat food that has nutritional value to it and it's going to make you feel good as well. If you're eating something and you're shitting your pants immediately after eating it, it's probably not fucking good for you. Like realistically, like it's a pretty good rule to follow overall. Do you know what I mean?
I do think there's something to be said for like the frequency of trips to the toilet.
Mhm.
Like if you like, I know that some people are eating a lot of food, but
Yeah,
if you're eating 4,000 calories and you're going to take a shit 5 times a day, like you're probably not digesting that
yeah,
food very well.
yeah.
And
No.
I think it's good to take food
Been
diaries
there,
as
done
well. Like,
that.
yeah, if you've, let's say you've introduced it, I feel like this is kind of not really going to resonate with a lot of people because they're not like completely consistent. But like, I remember a year ago, I introduced like like peaches and mango and that sort of stuff into my meal plan, and they're a little bit more like high FODMAP, and I was noticing like I was getting hella gassy and bloated and shit, and then I took them out, swapped them for some lower FODMAP fruits, and I felt good, you know. So just like taking personal diaries on what foods are impacting you, and just trialing different approaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not like, yeah, there's general guidelines for foods and stuff, and you know what's probably going to make certain people feel a certain way, but everybody's different. Like what might work well for my gut might not work well for Jake's gut or Tom's gut or your gut. No, like it's just being smart and actually just like. And you can do this, like if you eat the same thing for a couple of weeks in a row, you can add food and subtract foods and see how you're feeling. And it's not going to be hard to pinpoint what that is, you know?
Mm.
Like it really, really doesn't take long to do. And I think Gen Pop people should do this as well because I do think it really, really helps. Um, and I think like nobody wants to feel like shit all the time. Nobody wants to have a sore stomach all the time. Like so being able to do this kind of stuff and figuring out what works is the key to doing it. And look, sometimes you're gonna make an educated choice. Like for Maya, like a croissant's probably gonna make her not feel very well. It's probably gonna ruin her gut a little bit, but every now and then she's gonna have one because she likes eating them. Like but that's an educated decision she's gonna make, knowing that, hey, probably gonna feel pretty rough for a couple of hours after this. It is what it is, but I want to eat
Yeah.
it, you know? But then
Yeah.
there's a difference of doing that than doing it every single day and just being like ignorant to it, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
You're not going to
Yeah.
have a croissant as your fucking daily staple because you know it's going to make you feel like shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like I think I asked because I was like when I was photographing at the Olympia, like I just watched your posing video then for your check-ins and stuff. When I was at the Olympia, I noticed like a lot of classic guys were lacking that control. And I was like, what's going on? Because like classic you shouldn't see the like distension coming. Like that's what I think of classic anyways. Like
Yeah.
a lot of guys need to like be conscious of that, I
Yeah.
think. And
Uh,
then I hope that they're like marking them down for it as well.
Yeah, a lot of guys are just blessed.
Yeah.
they 100% do mark them down because, like, anybody can look good when they take a screenshot from a posing video. But how long were they holding that vacuum for? What
Mm.
were they doing in between poses? And if you're looking sloppy, they'll definitely fucking mark you down.
Yeah.
I think it helps to be like actually fit as well. So you can hold your vacuum for 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've actually started doing like planks and side planks first thing in the morning, more so because my back is cooked, but I think that sort of stuff helps as well. Like just having a control through the oblique as well. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
I think that's massive in prep. I do that all the time. Like you always get in those routines of like fasted cardio, abs, all that kind of shit in prep.
Yeah.
Planks, side planks, and just training your abs more frequently. Your ab control is so much better.
Yeah.
You can just walk around with your abs consistently tight at all times if
Yeah.
you consistently train them.
Yeah.
Because they're just always activated.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code to keep your waist tight for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Sweet.
So, yeah. That was my dig at people who blame bodybuilding on their poor gut health.
Question for you guys. Obviously we're wrapping up close to the end of the year. What have been your like top 3 bodybuilding moments for 2025? It could be amateur, pro, like news, craziness.
Good question.
What's
I
yours?
like questions.
Get us thinking, mate.
Yeah, so like I was thinking about it the other day because I was like, oh, I think for me, like
Are
I
we,
think
sorry, can I just to interrupt quickly? Sorry. Are we going off moments that you feel like, well, I don't know if the right word is like impacted you, but like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, I think probably moments that you're like, yeah, that's a good memory to have.
Yeah, yeah, cool, cool, cool.
Or that was crazy, or
Yeah.
like something that made you like really something that sticks with you.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'll give you my top 3 because for me they were like pivotal, not just to like bodybuilding as a whole, but like more so myself. I think for me, like my number 1 was obviously Urs moving to open. I thought that was really fucking cool.
I was
Was
going to
I
say
a little was I a little bit disappointed at Olympia? yes, and I did say that I thought he looked small, but it was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was really cool. And I think he'll be a big threat. Like, looking at his updates and stuff coming through and all that kind of stuff, I think he'll be a crazy threat in 2026.
He's going to be a problem in a few years. We all agreed on that. Geordie's the only motherfucker that's in agreement.
Yeah.
All of us are in agreement that he's going to do really well.
Yeah. And then I think for Australian bodybuilding, I think it was kind of cool. I'm not going to say what you probably think I'm going to say, but I kind of think it was really cool that Dashi finally won his pro card.
I thought that's
Like,
what you were going to say.
yeah. Oh, well, I thought you were thinking I was going to say Ethan winning this classic qualification. That's cool too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
obviously we all know Dashi and like how hard he's gone for so many years and like just finally making those like improvements that made him so impressive. And like even I kind of like when he posted the video up of him putting his pro win up on the wall at the gym, um when I look back at that photo I was like, shit, he actually looks like fucking phenomenal. And like I don't even like remember taking the photo.
Yeah.
That's how like in the moment I was like, this is so cool. And then I think my final one, um I like think Ramon winning
Yeah, that was
the
cool.
Olympia. That was real, like just being there was cool.
Yeah.
And I think it was really like exciting to like see that happen for him because he was so like blessed and like honored and like he was so happy and like everybody around us was like crazy excited and like obviously all the dinosaur fans out there in the world, peace to you guys, I love you, thanks for your support. Don't come and hate me. But
I keep seeing every time I see a video of him winning, I just watch the whole thing because it's just so fucking awesome. Like
yeah,
it's just so like cool to see that moment, you know?
yeah,
Especially because there hasn't been a new champion in ages. So it was
yeah,
just like it's just so nice to see.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
What about
yeah.
you guys? What are you thinking?
Jay, you go first. You got to
Are
begin.
we including personal
Yeah,
experiences within
every
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
you guys go first.
I'll go then. Well, obviously for me, it's pretty obvious the pro debut.
Yeah.
Three things: first show, second show, third show. No.
Easy.
Just make it all about me.
Explain why it meant a lot to you. And obviously, like apart from the obvious reason of being like, holy fuck, you've just done your pro debut. Like,
Yeah.
why did that day mean a lot to you? You know, obviously the placing that came with it and all that kind of stuff. But what, you know, yeah, explain.
I think for me, it was, and I say this to people all the time, like I'm the sort of person that needs to see the result before I can truly believe in myself.
Yeah.
So you guys know this. My goal going into that first show was just to make a first call out. So when I'm going back after prejudging, looking at some of the footage, chatting to Dean, chatting to Hannah, thinking, I can fucking win this. You know, like that itself, like regardless of the outcome, that was a really cool moment of realization to be like, okay, I'm actually pretty good, you know? And then because you still do get a little bit of imposter syndrome, or at least I did after the first show, like to come back, I don't know if it was 1 week later or 2 weeks later to Oklahoma, and then to back it up, it was a weird feeling. I was actually happy in a way that I lost because I still didn't feel like I'd fully deserved to beat Andy. And I was looking at him, you know, backstage, and he's fucking crazy to look at. So I was just like, bro, if I beat you, I'll like, yeah, that's just another like reality check, you know?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we've spoken about the third show. I thought I should have won that show, but that was a different one.
Yeah.
Look, even then, like 3 shows, didn't expect to place in the top 3 necessarily. Didn't expect to be making money as a pro. Didn't expect to be, you know, connecting with so many different individuals like from the US. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, getting cool opportunities like I did in Dallas over there, hanging out with some of the boys and girls at Gasp. That was really cool. Yeah, the whole 3 months? No, it was like 10 or 11 weeks I was over there in America. It was just like, yeah, pinching myself every single day, basically. So that was really cool. But yeah, that was one of my moments. The second moment would be my year as a coach was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I, I seem to be the king of second places. So,
Don't take that into 2026, please.
obviously, Jayke getting second place a handful of occasions, Matilda getting second place at Perth, and I think second place at the juniors as well. Maybe she was third. I can't remember. But it was just validating. It was just cool to see all of that work come into fruition. And I set a goal at the start of the year to get 10 people up on stage in the best shape of their lives. And I think I managed to get 12 people up on stage. So
yeah,
that was really cool. And yeah, it's going to be the same for next year, except a few more. And obviously having the opportunity to work with Dean as a consultant has been quite nice. Just like giving him the ideas, and then or just telling him what I'm doing, and then getting him to essentially just tick it off. Like he didn't really make any adjustments to what I was doing, so that was again kind of validating to be like, okay, cool, he's happy with how things are moving, so I must be doing the right things. Which I think if you pay attention to what your coach does for you, obviously everyone's going to be different, but the concepts are very similar.
yeah,
And it's quite easy to kind of translate that over to different people using slightly different setups.
yeah.
So that was good. I'm trying to, I would say I'm still pretty open-minded when it comes to coaching, and I'm not, everyone's on a fucking different supplement plan, or they might be roughly using similar things or similar foods or similar fucking training programs, but everybody is fucking different at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it was just good to, apply that across the board. So that was the second thing. Third thing, I'm stumped on the third one, to be honest. I think because I was going to say Urs moving to Open, because I remember predicting he was going to win a show, and I think you guys are a little bit like, oh, I don't know. But he fucking won relatively convincingly in what was the first show he won? I know he won Germany. Italy. Yeah, and then he won Germany as well. I think the third moment for me was probably Nick arguably beating Derek at Pittsburgh. That was cool, because that was like, the Olympia is great, don't get me wrong, but it's really cool to just see two people go head to head, and it's a flip of the coin. I wasn't really mad that they gave it to Derek. I thought that Nick could have won. It was just one of those things where it's like, I don't disagree with the decision, but it was so close and it could have gone either way, which is, really entertaining to watch as a fan.
I think even just to touch on that show, I think even people who dislike Nick's physique were pretty much, it was kind of like oh, fuck, shut up. It was like oh, fuck, all right, stop. So that was Jayke, what's yours?
I would say number one would be traveling internationally to compete. That was insane. That was very, very fun. Going to America, doing all that, meeting all the Olympians, everything. That whole America trip in one was fucking sick for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that definitely kind of opened my eyes to what is out there in terms of bodybuilding, seeing Olympia competitors and seeing how big they are, seeing guys on stage, meeting them at the meet and greet and all that kind of stuff as well. Meeting Naz, someone I've, been friends with online for fucking God, nearly 10 years now, and then meeting in person was really cool. Yeah. What else at the Olympia? Coming second
Yeah, it was a good
was
week.
cool. First would have been cooler, but it is what it is. Watching Maya compete as well, doing all that was fucking very cool. And just being with all you guys in a house and doing a prep through that was really cool. Like a little bodybuilding household, that was cool.
It was cool.
Number two was getting. I don't want to keep making them all about me, but it has been.
They're your moments of the year, bro.
It's been a good year.
Yeah.
Nationals, getting into the overall was something that I wanted since I started competing, and achieving that was fucking very, very cool, and very, like Tom said, like it proves that you are good enough to do it. And I've been bodybuilding since I was like 14. probably younger. And I've always wondered if I am good enough. And you get there, and it's just kind of proof. It's just a little bit. It's enough proof to know you are good enough to keep going.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really valuable. But that whole experience as well was fucking insane. The whole competition, the time in Melbourne, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Um, and then for bodybuilding in general, I would kind of have to say Martin's come up. I just have loved watching that this whole last year. How good he's done, beating Samson, doing so well at the Olympia. Like I just think he's going to be an absolute machine in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my three.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
Oh man, it's been a big year as well. Fuck. I think a big one for me, and I'll kind of just try and put it under an umbrella, but like the whole traveling and watching Maya compete was really cool. You know, like it was very easy. And I can sit here and say it was hard for me as a partner to watch because it was, but I also wasn't the one doing it. And obviously, that was like another level of admiration that I have for her as a partner, aside from a competitor. But you know, everything was pretty cruisy, like for her. Like I can see that, and she would agree with you. Like up until America, it's fucking easy, man. Easiest prep she's ever fucking done in her life. She did a 16-week prep coming into Melbourne. She was ready 4 weeks early. She cruised into all three of those shows. But then the weeks after pushing on to Bahamas, I know was really, really tough on her. Her body was very much fighting back. And then coming into Japan and just finishing things off there was a disappointing ending. But like the season overall was just it was just a fucking awesome season, you know, like to be able to go be able to afford to go and travel and do that kind of stuff and do the stuff that she wanted to do this year was really, really cool. And to be able to do it together and spend so much time together was really nice. So that was definitely a big highlight of mine. The second one would have probably been watching the Classic Physique prejudging with Jayke. I think that was such a fucking cool moment. And like, I still, every time I see a video of prejudging, I don't know why it's for Classic, but also DJ Bresky, is it DJ Bresky? He is
Yeah.
he is elite. Like, he just knows how to match music with moments and he fucking nails it every single time. Like, watching those prejudging videos is just like mind blowing, you know? It is so special. And like, I'm such a big I like film, so like I'm so big on like music composition and stuff like so that kind of stuff really matters. And when someone nails that, when it's like in a moment as well, and he's doing this live, like he doesn't fucking know when Steve's going to end the call. You know what I mean? So it's cool to like see that kind of stuff, and the whole atmosphere around that is really really special. And it was cool this year because obviously it was very wide open. There was kind of no real idea on who was going to win, especially when everyone came out. And Mike wasn't what he was last year, so it was kind of very wide open, and who knows kind of which way it was going to go. A third one is hard because I can just say the entire coaching season that I've had, and just the entire progression. But I do actually want to widen it to that. It is really cool to see the people that I've been friends with for so long, so like Tom, Jayke, like even extend that to like Dashi and everyone else who's not on the podcast. It's cool to see us all growing up together almost in the industry and becoming the people that we also used to look up to in terms of like people being coaches and all that kind of stuff. Like we're all doing that now, and we're all getting to that stage where we all have competitors competing. I know next year is a pretty big year for all of us. Like it's really really cool to see, and it's just nice. Like it's just nice growing up in the industry with people that you've known for so long. You know, because it literally fucking feels like yesterday we were all just training at Doherty's Perth on a Saturday, and fucking we were no one. You know what I mean? And we're not anyone now, and that's not to say that, but it's cool to like see the progression of that. You know.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like that, you know, like it's just such a massive leap. Like it literally feels like
Yeah.
fucking yesterday
We
where
are
we were
all
sitting at Doherty's.
we are all fucking doing something to make the industry far better than it was.
Yeah.
It was only just, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago where the industry as a whole in Australia, COVID probably threw a spanner in the works, but it was being spoken about in a very negative light, and it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't anywhere near what it is now.
No.
And I remember going to Dallas and just thinking, fuck, the atmosphere around here is actually crazy. And I was speaking to MJ about this and how we can try and translate something like what they've got over there at Destination Dallas to Australia. And he was like, well, Tom, like, this is your responsibility.
Said that to me and Jake as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's stop looking to other people to try and uplift
Yeah.
the industry. Like, you do it yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And even if you're not a pro, or maybe you've never competed and it's just your first time, like, give good energy, get good energy back. Don't be a lonely prick sitting in the corner of a show, not talking to anybody. Like, yeah, just put yourself out there and you'll be surprised. I think you'll realize everyone's in the same boat as you, and everyone, unless they're just assholes, will want you to do well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the same thing for me, just like going to nationals again this year. Just every year, especially over the last 3 years, it's just getting slowly, incrementally a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really cool to see, because that's how I felt like when I was in Dallas. I was like, people will just talk to you like they've known you for years. And I'm starting to feel like that in Australia. Like, maybe I'm saying that because a lot of people kind of know me without me necessarily knowing them. But yeah, I just think the industry as a whole has just come so far over the past
Yeah.
3 years in Australia.
Yeah.
I think on that too, Tom, it's great to see like our pros like getting involved with amateur, like, because that's where you guys came from, right? So like it's really nice to have you guys come to nationals and support us, even if you don't have clients, if you do, blah blah blah. But like it just makes it like feel like we're all part of the same thing and we're driving the same thing. And I think that's really cool.
Well, the way that I look at it, and it's like it's something that I think is so easy to forget when you're in the moment. I'm sure you don't even think of it like this, Tom, because you're in this position right now. Is that there is probably like a fucking 16 to 17-year-old kid that loves going to nationals every year. They live in Melbourne, or they just fucking live in Perth, and then they see you walking around, and they're like, "This is the fucking." You make it a fucking day because you're the pro. You're the local fucking pro that's doing really well overseas. Do you know what I mean? Is the guy doing it like that is a cool fucking thing, but you don't even think that you don't even realize that that's happening. You know. Because
Well,
when we
yeah.
were kids, it's like there was people that we'd see and be like, "Oh fuck, it's that person," and that's cool. That's a fucking cool feeling. That's a cool feeling to see as a kid, and like realizing that you're the one doing that, especially Tom being a pro and being someone that a lot of people do know, is cool. It's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, and that's why I decided to start doing YouTube,
Yeah,
because I had this realization. I was like, actually, people probably would be interested to see what I get up to on a standard day. Like,
it
if
only
I
took
had,
us 3 years to convince you.
well, if someone had told me when I was like 18 that in 10 years' time, you'll be working from home, training in the middle of the day, whenever the fuck you want,
Yeah,
eating 5, 6 meals a day, coaching athletes, like, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting paid to do fucking content for a supplement company. Like,
yeah,
that shit to 18-year-olds out there just looking to fucking, get themselves into the industry one way or another is like really motivating.
yeah.
And to have someone in Perth, like, there's not very many people in Perth doing what we do. So yeah, I think stay tuned, everybody. The YouTube is not too far away.
But it's cool, like we live fucking awesome lives. Like we literally get to do what we do every day. Like we don't have to work a manual job. That's obviously something that's come from you, Jake. Like this year, you don't have to work a manual job anymore. Like we have the easiest fucking life ever. And any coach or any bodybuilder who tells you that their life is like their job is hard, shut the fuck up. Like we live a very privileged life and a very, very easy life. We literally get to do whatever we want to do every day. Most of us are very fortunate to be able to travel and do what we want to do and travel doing it. Like it is a fucking awesome thing to do. And like if you want to be able to do it, and if there's people out there who want to do this stuff, like you can make it happen. You really fucking can. It is it's just one of those things, and it just takes time and it just takes effort. But it can absolutely happen. And if you just continue putting your fucking best foot forward, like good things will come.
I posted my first YouTube video when I was 16 years old of doing a bench workout, arm workout, or something like that. It's still on my YouTube channel of
Yeah,
8 years ago. Like it takes so fucking long.
yeah,
You just need to enjoy doing it.
yeah,
Like there's going to be periods of time where you won't be as consistent as others. There's going to be times in your life that just shit happens and you're not following it the way you should be. But if you do decide to put in the effort and be consistent with it, you can fucking make it happen.
yeah,
Which, it seems crazy to be able to do that. I was working construction full time, not even 6 months ago.
yeah,
And now I'm doing what I have wanted to do since I was that 16-year-old kid,
yeah.
like Yeah.
It's like very, very rare that you can do something that you love doing and make an income off of it and it be considered your job,
Yeah.
because if you're doing what you love, it's not a job because you get to do it. You get to do it. It's
Yeah.
your choice to do it
Yeah.
and you love it. So hold on to it.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause
you know, you're constantly going to be thinking, oh, I can't wait till this happens. I can't wait till this happens when you're a kid. But like that, it comes tomorrow. It comes really fucking fast. So just do what you want to do and put your best foot forward doing it and try hard, and enjoy it and fucking enjoy doing it. And that's such a key thing, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There were so many periods of time throughout that journey where I was wishing away the time, which I massively regret. You
Yeah.
know, like being present and actually enjoying what you're doing is so much more important than any other aspect of what you're doing
Yeah.
and what you're chasing.
And don't expect it to be easy.
Yeah. Be okay, like being like it's gonna fucking fail at some point, but you just have to pick up and fucking carry on.
But
Yeah.
that's the other thing though, is like it's not easy doing what you love either, because you've got like if you truly love it, you'll love the bad parts about it as well as the good parts, because you learn from it and you take those learnings and you apply it to the next time. And it's be easier and it's more fun and you go, ha, I learned that last time I failed.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was easy, we'd all be jacked and shredded, you know.
Which means we are.
I wouldn't have a job.
I'm getting there.
I wouldn't have a job if it was fucking easy. So it's not easy.
Yeah.
And I feel like people watching this will be like, oh, like, look at these guys. They're all in such good positions. Like, we've all been fucking struggling to get to where we are today. We've all failed. We've all lost. You know, it is a roller coaster. But as Renee was saying, like, be present for the lows and learn from the lows and learn from the losses and just get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Just enjoy it. And yeah, like be okay. Like you're gonna fuck up and it's all right. You know what I mean? Like just fucking pick yourself up again, dust yourself off, and just get going. You
And
know?
I think everybody says this, but it really is important to have the awareness to know which people are holding you back and which people are helping to push you forward.
Yeah.
And be a little selfish if you need to be to put yourself in a situation where you can consistently move forward. And if your friends or if your family are holding you back, then maybe you don't need to necessarily cut them out completely, but set boundaries so you're able to actually continue to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have big conversations and have good conversations. Do you know what I mean? It's incredibly important, and you should be able to call your friends and message them and ask them for advice and be able to lean on them, you know? And that's incredibly important as well. I think that you can't do this alone. You really fucking can't. You know, there's always going to be at least one person that's going to have to help you to get where you were in some way. So just hold on to those people, you know?
I was having a chat with Hannah today about the plans for next year because initially the plan was for Blake, my content guy, to come with me to just follow me around, basically, and do content.
Yeah.
And I was just going to pay for his flights and his accommodation. And I think at the moment, I haven't even had this conversation with Blake yet, but at the moment, I'm actually leaning towards, because if I did that, obviously that would mean paying for flights and accommodation for 3 people, should Hannah come as well. And I said to her, I was like, look, you know what? You don't even need to come. You can stay home and I'll go there and do my own thing with Blake. And then I thought about it. I was like, I think I kind of need you. Because I'm like, when I'm good, I'm good. But when I'm not so good, I need you, because Hannah will fucking tell me how it is. She'll tell me to pull my head out. She'll tell me if I'm being a dickhead. She'll tell me not to be lazy, whatever it needs to be. Because like she's been there since fucking day dot, since I decided to take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where I was going with that conversation.
No, but I get what you mean, because
Have
it's
good
like
people to lean on.
it's
'cause,
important.
You're not always good.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just recognizing that. Yeah, as you were saying, Josh, like, yes, it is kind of an individual sport, but you need people around you to continue to make progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like fucking Phil needed Kai.
But
I
it
have
was
this thing of like never stop learning. And while that applies to like learning about your craft, it also applies about learning about yourself and your life.
yeah.
So I think it's really beneficial to have those people in your corner that you can learn from and help them help you to know when to learn from an instance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good point. It's
yeah.
a very good point.
Yeah, I think that like you should be able to say anything in front of your friends. Like I'm not afraid to cry in front of any of you. Like I don't. I'm a crier and I'm an emotional person. Like I'm not afraid to. Like I am. And if something really like matters to me and I get really like upset about something or I'm happy about something, like either way, like I'll express that like very much so. You know. And I think that that's important to be able to have those friends that you feel comfortable doing that with as well. Because it makes
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm an emotional boy for
Yeah,
sure.
Jake's the same as me. It's like after nationals at that breakfast, you know, you leant over to me and Tom and you read that thing that you wrote down. It was fucking cool, you know, like it's just like that's really special, you know, like those
that was
moments are not
that was one very valuable thing that you taught me, Josh, as well. Which is, I mean, there's a few people that have kind of taught me this, but you're definitely one of them, which is the power of being vulnerable in front of people that you truly feel comfortable with.
yeah,
And if anybody ever look at you differently or in a negative way because you chose to be vulnerable in front of them,
yeah,
then that's your like that's a moment for you to just recognize that okay, maybe this person isn't what I thought they were,
yeah,
and you probably should distance yourself a little bit away from them because like I think it's so powerful to be able to feel vulnerable and show that vulnerability in front of people. And
yeah,
like if anyone fucking laughs at you, it's like, well, it's probably your own insecurity, like
yeah,
at the end of the day.
100%,
So yeah,
100%.
very fucking valuable lesson, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's invaluable to have those people around you that you can do that with, you know. I think it's important. There's been many moments where it's happened and there'll be many more, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Um, so just a quick one. Do you guys do not like New Year's resolutions, but do you guys do like, well, you might do New Year's resolutions, but like yearly goals or anything like that yearly, like outside of what we just did, which was yearly reflections? Do you guys do that religiously, or what do
yeah,
you guys do there?
yeah, yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, we do too. I do too. We. I yeah, I do. I think it's really important, but not per se like oh, it's January 1st, so I'm gonna start to do this. It's more so like what am I gonna change about what I'm doing
Yeah,
currently to ensure that I have more success this year than I did last.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because the goal is more than, just next year. Like you've got
Yeah,
bigger goals, so it's like you have to have the systems in place, refine better, all that kind of shit. Like I totally agree with
yeah.
that.
Me and
Yeah.
May usually have a chat at the end of the year and discuss kind of what we've done this year and are we happy with it and what we want to change into coming into the new year and obviously goals for moving forward as well. We kind of just reevaluate. We obviously have big goals that we have over that span over a couple of years that we obviously make sure we're on track for and reevaluate. But yeah, we obviously have smaller ones that we want to work towards as well, whether that's financial or personal or whatever it may be, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because that's what we do. It's career goals, financial goals, relationship goals, spiritual goals, health goals as well.
Yeah,
And within those, we might have big, like moonshot goals, like career wise, whatever. Like for me, obviously, as a competitor, it's pretty easy to select some moonshot goals. And then you'll have like goals underneath that are like very achievable, but you still need to put a little bit of the fucking work in for those goals to actually happen.
yeah,
And then we'll ask each other questions to try and probe, the right answers to say, what can we do to achieve that goal? What needs to change to make that goal a
yeah,
reality?
yeah,
And like the idea with goal setting is not necessarily to achieve every single goal you set out, but
yeah,
sometimes just by setting that goal, you might not achieve it in full, but you're not going to be too far away. It's the whole, the old saying is shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
yeah.
And I think it's so true. Like setting goals that are like scary, but still within your grasp is fucking powerful for sure.
I think even setting goals that you think are still out of your grasp, but and Tom, I mean, we've talked about this before in the past. I've always said every time I've competed, I've said, and I've said to Tom as well, and I've said to close friends, I've said I'm going to win an overall this season. Even if I know that I'm well off it, I'll just say it because I'm like, well, what else am I working towards? I want to win. Like I do. Otherwise, there's no point in me competing. I want to win and I want to work towards winning. It's important to me. You know, as much as we say it's not the only thing to focus on, it's not, but it is also incredibly important as a competitor to progress to the next levels. And so I've always said that, and it's come across overconfident or cocky or whatever, but it's also just me being, it's my system and my way of being like, this is how I get to where I need to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because one day it'll come true. You know, one
Yeah.
day,
It's very important to be directional with your
yeah,
goals. Like, regardless if that is the goal or not, it's taking you in the
yeah,
right direction to get there.
yeah,
Which is exactly what you're saying. It's,
yeah,
I think, is super
yeah,
important.
yeah,
And if you don't reach the goal, don't fucking throw your toys
yeah,
out the pram and have a
Yeah.
sip.
yeah,
You know, like that's one thing I have a lot of respect for you, Josh, in regards to that, because like you'll set these goals and deep down you might know that maybe they're, a little bit out of your reach, like last time you competed, for example. But speaking to you after your show, I was expecting you to be a little bit disappointed, but you were over the moon, you were stoked, you were happy with how everything went. And I was like, it's pretty fucking awesome because I know that you were saying, that you wanted to go in and win the show, but
yeah,
like to see that is like that's pretty fucking cool. And
yeah,
it's great when you have like same thing with me, like with clients that say they want to win. It's like, fuck yeah, you want to win. Like, what else are we doing this for?
yeah,
But then don't have a massive fucking cry if you don't win, because you yourself can only control so much of the outcome,
yeah,
especially with bodybuilding,
yeah. If you're like, so this is something that Scotty's instilled into me as well, and not even directly, but just kind of like listening to him talk to clients. If you are continuously getting better every single season, which is the goal, and obviously I know we're kind of going on to the bodybuilding track here, but like if you're continuously getting better every single season, and this obviously applies to everything as well, then eventually you're probably going to win. Do you know what I mean? If you are continuously taking feedback, getting substantially better every time you compete, and you take time off and you do all the right things, you will probably eventually win something. Do you know? And it's like it's just continuously doing that. It doesn't mean you'll win next time, but it means that if you continue to do what you do, and you continue to do the practices and put the right things in place, you'll probably win. You know, and I like that. I think that's really cool because I think it's a good thing for people to remember that, sometimes you might regress in a show as well, but your look might be substantially better as well. And you can be like, fuck, like I've improved massively here. Like this is really cool, you know? So
100%. I mean, there's a very good chance next year I might not fucking place as high as second, but I've not gotten any worse.
no,
Everyone else has just gotten better, or there's more numbers now, so
yeah,
the talent pool is getting fucking diluted.
yeah,
No, that's really cool. I think that's true
yeah.
for sure. That's very valuable chats.
That was. I hope this people listen to this and like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. This was a really good last half of the episode.
That's why you have a female in the chat now.
Yeah. Get our emotions out.
Good.
No, I think
Good.
guys, like I honestly feel like it's important to have those conversations as like looking in as a female into a male dominated sport, right? Like it's important to address those things as well because like as you know, like mental health and stuff like that suffers during bodybuilding season. So like these are things that you can apply to your life and your prep to ensure that you're going to come out of it with a better like mindset, clarity, like health wise, as well as like emotionally and mentally.
I think that like bodybuilders are such progress driven individuals that if we're not seeing progress in any part of our life, it's actually really, really hard sometimes. And I think there's a lot of bodybuilders that don't even realize that. We think that way and we struggle because if you're not progressing or moving forward in a certain like, in something that's important in your life, it's really fucking hard and it takes a toll mentally.
Yeah.
Um, and if you feel like very, very stuck and you feel like you're not sure or clear on the way forward out of it, it is really, really hard. And I think that comes from being in such a progress-based sport where we're continuously wanting to get better and better. And this is a good way to do it. It's just like talk to your friends and fucking write shit down and set goals and make sure you're taking steps to move towards them. Don't just write down, I want to hit X amount of money. How are you going to get there? Like, how are you going to get to this point? How are you going to win this bodybuilding show? How are you going to put yourself in the best position to do this, this, and this? And it's the systems that fall down from that goal that are more important than that goal itself. that goal is probably going to be inevitable if you do everything that leads up to that point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Agreed.
This was going to say, like, slightly off topic, but just from a coaching standpoint as well. That's why it's so valuable when you have clients that give you legit feedback.
yeah.
And they tell you if they've, like, I've had it a few times in the past where a client will say, "Oh, hey Tom, I'm not sending you a check-in this week. I've had a horrible week," and I'm like, "Well, you should actually send me a check-in this week
Even
because
also, yeah.
yeah, that what you just said is a reason for why you should send me a check-in, not for why you shouldn't send me a check-in." But I think sometimes people are too scared to open up and again, going back to what I was saying before, like too scared to be vulnerable to expose themselves on things that maybe they didn't do this week. But verbalizing those things that weren't great is a good way for you to recognize how you can avoid falling into that same situation again next week, as opposed to just being avoidant and just saying next week I'll do better. And because quite often next week you won't do better, you'll just be in the same position because you never took accountability. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that a lot for sure. Like when talking to Tom, like multiple times I've not been following the plan in a in a diet, not during a prep or anything, but just during the off season or whatever, and won't say anything because I know I can get away with it for the following week. But you can only get away with it for so long,
Yeah.
and then it just becomes a bit of an issue. And then, you bring that issue up with your coach. If you have a good coach, they will be fine with it. They're not gonna fucking go off at you for not sticking to the plan. They will help you come up with solutions to be better and to, follow the plan easier and to adhere to your goals
Yeah.
longer. Like it's so much easier just to be honest and straightforward than to beat around the bush and hide things from your coach and not tell uh, the information that's required, really.
Yeah. The easy way out is often not the right way out.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
What a
were
valuable
you gonna
podcast.
ask us, Tom? Were you gonna ask us what's one goal for 2026?
I wasn't, but it is now that you've mentioned it. That's a great idea, Nate. Thank you for that.
You go
Well,
first.
I suppose I'll start then. I haven't actually finished my goal setting, but we are halfway through. It takes 2 weekends. So, so last weekend we did reflection on the year, and we started setting some
Like
goals up. Yeah, and then this weekend we're going to finalize all of the goal setting and go through it all. But basically, I think one of my goals for next year, as I'm sure everybody is aware of, is to qualify for the Olympia. So that's quite predictable. Yeah, what about you, Nate?
So my goal for 2026 is to do more things for myself.
I like it.
And that's not to say that I feel like I don't do things for myself, but like I do a lot of work stuff, work orientated. And I'd like to be able to do things like while I love what I do, I'd like to do more things outside of bodybuilding because I love bodybuilding. Just thrive off of it and love it.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more things to one, up my skill set because although I've been doing this for a very long time, I want to have a better understanding of teaching.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I'm gonna aim towards, but all ties into the same things. So I want to travel more and I'll do all those sorts of things and like get immersed in different cultures and stuff like that, whether that be like Japan, Italy, France, that sort of stuff, like all those sorts of things. And then obviously, um, just be able to be a bit more calm.
I
So
think
do more things.
doing things that are separate to bodybuilding and separate to photography and all the stuff that you do for work is a very good way to keep yourself calm.
Yeah.
Like it's a way to kind of escape from reality sometimes, and I think you need small bits of that from
Yeah.
time to time. Like for me, my way to escape is I watch football. Like I'm a fucking crazy Arsenal fan, so like I'll watch. Sometimes I'll watch like a fucking football podcast, or I'll watch just one of the matches, and it's a good thing that's completely separate to bodybuilding, that has no ties in one way, shape, or form to bodybuilding. And it's a good escape. And it's hard though, because bodybuilding is so like consuming and all encompassing. Like it takes over your entire life. So I think sometimes it's really hard to have those things. Like for some people, they might play Xbox,
Yeah.
or they might fucking, I don't know, watch movies or whatever. It could be anything like that. It's so hard to squeeze in a small dose of something like that, but without going overboard. Like
Yeah.
there's a difference between jumping on Xbox to play for an hour and then having a fucking gaming addiction that takes away from the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like there is a balancing act there that can be found. But I think because you've obviously been working as hard as what you have been for so long now, I don't think that's going to be an issue for you, going too far away from what's allowed you to get to where you are now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think like you say, like it's like about pinpointing what I want to do with that time, because I have to obviously, because I have very limited time to do things for myself, I have to make sure I make it count. So
What you, Jake?
It's a good one.
Main goal for next year is pro card,
Yeah.
for sure. Travel and pro card.
Yeah.
good.
I think I wrote on my whiteboard goals for like 3+ years. Like earn X amount doing online coaching, have pro-worthy physique, travel to compete, all that kind of stuff. And I did it all this year. And, I feel like I am at a pro-worthy level physique now. I just need to do more shows,
Yeah.
and just be a little bit better. I
Yeah.
think, yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
For you, Josh?
I want to win the Melbourne show. I'm going to win the Melbourne show.
Thank you. Changing your language there.
Um, I had a few wobbles actually about that because I just wasn't sure, but I feel very, very confident about how I look this year. And I know I'm someone who just, I look very good next to other people. I look shit by myself and I look very, very good next to other people. Um, so I'm going to win the Melbourne show. That's something that's going to happen. I'm very, very confident about that and I'm feeling good about that. And I want to do an international show. That's obviously such a big thing. Um, and I want to progress with work as well. I talked to Scotty about a few exciting things that I can't really talk about yet, but like I know that I'm excited because that's progressing as well, you know. So
Good.
just I'm happy to continue growing as a coach and in that work and with Team Global. I've been with Scotty for 3 years now in the business, and it's been fucking again. It feels like fucking yesterday that I started. So it's really really cool that I've been with him so long. So it's really really exciting to continue that and continue getting better and better and working alongside him. So
Good.
yeah,
I have a lot of respect for the way that Scotty and Dean and all these, high level coaches conduct themselves through competition seasons, managing fucking 10, 20, 30 athletes.
yeah,
That's going to be one of my goals for next year as well, which is just managing a higher workload during competition season, in the presence of potentially being in prep myself and, being in a highly stressful environment. The way that my roster is going at the moment is, a year ago, maybe only 20% of my clientele were athletes, and now it's like 50, 60%. So this year was 13 people jumping on stage, or 12 or 13, I can't remember. Next year, it's probably going to be close to like 15 to 16. The year after, it could be 20 to 25. And every year, I need to get a little bit better at managing all of those people, managing their emotions, managing their preps, making sure that they consistently come in to a standard that I'm happy with. So that's, definitely going to be one of my goals for next year for sure.
I saw this really cool thing the other day. Like it was like a quote about like he said, "Your capacity is only your capacity because it hasn't been pushed to that next level yet." Like you constantly think that you
Mm.
can't do more, but you can't do more until you're pushed to do that extra bit, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go back and that's easy now. You know, the
Yeah.
next bit is hard and then that's easy. And it's just continuous building on top of that, you know? Like Tom managing 20 clients or any of us managing 20 clients, like competing like a year ago would have been like, oh fuck, this seems like a lot. Do you know what I mean? But then you do it and it's like, oh, that I did it. You know what I mean? And this is how I can improve, and I do it better next time. You
Yeah.
know, so it's your capacity is only what you've done, and you can always, it's you can push more and you can do more. You know, people think that you can't do something, but doing it and
Yeah.
again, you're going to fuck up along the way. There's going to be stuff that you miss. There's going to be stuff that you can always do better, in whatever it may be. But you can always push the barrier of it. You know.
It's such a fine line though, because I have a responsibility to make sure that I provide a service
Yeah.
where I can achieve the outcome that not only I'm looking for, but also they're looking for.
Of course.
So I need to be very smart with, and I've got it on my whiteboard already. I've got season A, B, and C. I know exactly how many people are going to be doing each season, and there is a cap. And there's, I think, I don't even remember. I think season C this year, if I included all of my ICN clients, I think I had 7 or 8 clients, and I think that was like the upper limit. And I did struggle, but I think I did really well. Next year is going to be the same, if not more. And I could potentially be prepping myself. So that's kind of like the next step for me is managing, life as a coach who preps athletes, but also a high level athlete myself, which is going to be, very interesting, but I'm obviously fucking pretty keen for the challenge. So
yeah, it'll be good. And it's just going to be that thing that once you do it, and you will do it, and you'll do it well, you'll be like, fuck, cool, I've done it, like, and what's next?
That's why this year was like fucking awesome, because I was worried about how I was going to manage so many athletes at the same time. And it was like, yes, it did take a bit of a toll on my relationship more than anything else, because I was constantly on my phone, or I'm constantly, you know how it is when you've got athletes that are fucking 2 weeks out, you're checking them in every 3 days or every day, and it does become, very time consuming. You go from doing 60 to 70 check-ins a week to well over 100, which is quite a lot if you're trying to be a bodybuilder yourself, So you have to kind of accept that there will be a little bit of regression in other aspects of your life, which is why it's very important to have these conversations with people that are close to you as well. Like I did tell Hannah, I was like, look, the next few weeks, they're going to be a little bit tricky. You might not see me as much as what you used to. But, if I had not said that to her, then she would have shit the bed. She would have been like, what the fuck's happening here, So, you have to be, communicative with those that are around you.
Yeah.
For sure.
What a great podcast. That was fucking wicked podcast.
Geordie's going to be like...
Geordie missed out.
I know, this was a wholesome podcast.
We can just drill him next time.
Yeah.
Like, just be a Geordie podcast.
Yeah.
In terms of value, I think this is number one most valuable podcast that we've produced.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
Here's to bigger and
let's see
better
how many
things.
people get to the end of it.
Yeah, I know, right? Here's to bigger and better things. This is we'll save this for the last part of the podcast then. Bigger and better things for the podcast in 2026. We've got some special people I've been talking to.
Yeah.
Name's got the connects.
Yeah, prestige worldwide. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Sweet. Well, guys, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, love you all.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you very much.
Adios, mi amigos.
Peace, man.